Hello and welcome back. Today we are going shopping for Christmas planters and or greenery. I thought this might be really fun and helpful, so you can stay nice and warm, and I will go outside and freeze, and we'll see who's got the best prices. And of course the coolest goodies and most show-stopping containers, one of which was $100. So I hope you get some nice inspirations and also enjoy the video. Happy first day of Advent. First stop is Lowe's. I thought this one was cute. It almost looks like cinnamon sticks sticking out, but that's fake wicker. Bummer. This is something that I get every single year at Lowe's, and it is a little Christmas tree. It's a real tree, and I usually put them in planters. This year they're about $28. They're 3 to 4 feet tall. Really fun to pick out, especially if you're like me and you don't have a real Christmas tree as your main tree in the house. And this, I think this is new. I don't remember seeing this last year. And these are bundles that you can get by type and kind of create your own. They're each about $9 or so, and you can get all different kinds. You can get the cedar, you can get fir, whatever your favorites are, and just create your own. I thought this was a really good idea from Lowe's. Now, if you are assembling your own or you're looking for different arrangements, always I recommend getting some fir, because that's going to give you some very straight pieces that are going to hold its form, other than the other ones. A lot of them will kind of get droopy, like these. These are always very droopy and kind of do your spiller over the container. And then, of course, the cedars are also very, very droopy as well. So I always like to have at least a little bit of fir. These door swags are kind of fun. You're going to see in a little bit, there's actually a better price somewhere else, a little bit different, but they can be taken apart or hung from your door, and also maybe just used elsewhere. Wreaths, I'm going to show you some wreaths here and there because it is kind of fun to see the different sizes and prices. Kind of fun to maybe give to somebody else if you're needing like a hostess gift or something. I think this little sleigh is kind of cute. It's kind of like plastic, but that's something you can also add things to. You can even add fresh flowers if you want to kind of, zhuzh it up a little bit. That could be fun. But if you have these little berries, you can see if they're coated styrofoam and they're outside, just they're gonna crack. They're gonna break. These are beautiful, although $40 is, I'm pretty sure you could pretty much DIY that yourself for a lot less, but very beautiful, but $40 is pretty steep. I always look at the container that it comes with, because that's what you can keep for years to come. And all these other little pieces, I don't even know what that's made of, if that's like wood, little shavings or something. This is one pot that I absolutely love, and these are plastic, but I love the texture of this. I actually did not get this planter, but I was very tempted, and it comes with a couple of nice little pieces of fruit. Totally fun to reuse these, I think. And of course the pine cones you can keep, and the little berries, if they do withstand the temperatures. Like I said, a lot of those coatings will crack off, but this ribbon for $30, this is $10 more than the other one with the same pot. This one had large pine cones, and that bow, that's really sparkly and pretty. A number of the stores will have these ready to fill, which are kind of cool, except right now it might be a little bit more difficult, because if you're having frigid temperatures like we are in the Chicagoland area, it might be a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to have some tricks what you can do if your planter's frozen in one of the next videos. Off to Mariano's, and I had to show this. You may not have Mariano's in your area, but check your grocery store, because they do have some really kind of fun options. This one's kind of it kind of cracked me up. It's just kind of wild and woolly. It doesn't really have anything in it. Like, I guess you could add your own. This one is stunning. It's so beautiful. And I went there today, so this is over. I've gotten this footage over a number of days. I love the ribbon, and I love that container too, because keep in mind you can paint these different color. It was kind of nice, and you get a nice little welcome sign and very nice birch branches, which I have a collection of birch branches. Love them, especially for the Christmas and winter planters. This is a bundle that I get every year as well. Super fun. And it even kind of gives you some instructions on the back, and it gives a nice little handle. Some nice wreath options. This is the best price so far, better than Lowe's, I think. $18. You'll get some free little pine cones to reuse in the years to come. Of course, you can probably forage for your own pine cones. There is another retailer coming up that will have a slightly better price for, I believe it's the same size wreath. This is the best price, $8 for a door greeter, and this is less than the one at Lowe's. I don't know if you get the variety of the foliage or the greenery, but you do get 3 pine cones and a nice sparkly kind of holographic ribbon, kind of fun to hang. I did get one of these. If you want a little fancier wreath, was that $35 or so? That will get you some fake berries and a bigger ribbon. Off we are at Home Depot, and the first time that I went here, I didn't realize. I was like, oh, it's dark. I'm not going to be able to see everything, so I didn't get a whole lot of footage. We're going to go back when it's daytime in a little bit. These, they do have slightly higher price points, I think, and they're slightly larger. Loved this hanging lantern, and I'm kicking myself because when it got this dark, I actually went across the street to the Goodwill and did some thrifting. You'll see that video coming up too. And I could have gotten a lantern like this, and I didn't. I didn't. But this is a beautiful idea. I think it would look stunning. Really anywhere. Just DIYing it yourself. $20. I think that's a really good price for this one, and you get those, what are those, lotus pods? I always forget what they're called, but they're kind of a little, they're a little sparkly. That'll sucker me into getting anything. Here we are back in the daytime. They had a nice selection of wreaths, I have to say. This is the best price that I saw, $15 for the smallest one. And then $25 for a 28-inch wreath. Very nice. You get a lot of little doodads in there, those little red sprigs. Very nice. And then this one is beautiful, 36-inch. If you've got room for maybe on the side of your house, a 36-inch wreath. That's really quite the statement. And then first when I saw these, I was like, oh geez, they're just arborvitaes, $40 arborvitaes put in the red pot. But you can also get a smaller one for $13. It has a little ribbon on the top, and maybe you just need something like that, and now's the time to get it. And in the spring, when the ground is thawed, you can plant it. Home Depot definitely seems to have more color options and kind of more varieties. And I actually have one of these milk jugs. It's plain, it doesn't have a snowflake on it. I think it was from Lowe's, but I use it every year, either inside or outside. $70 for this variety, but you get really nicely sized birch logs, and this is a little guy. Welcome. They always have some nice options for something that has a little welcome sign. That's a little guy though. And then this is their offering for the kind of drop into your container. Nice little ornaments. $50. I thought that was a nice planter, and that gets you a lot of height right there too. But see, it's the fir that if it kind of serves as the backdrop and gives you some nice height. This is their big, huge welcome planter. I kind of like the Mariano's one better. This one for $40. I thought this was if you're willing to spend $40 on a container arrangement, this one's nice. And the ribbon is an extra bonus. I love plaid. I don't know about you, but it gives some nice red twig dogwood branches stuck in there. And this is a nice ribbon that they have in there, but $70. But I love this one because of the little sled that they have included, and like the little wooden, I think it's both wooden snowflakes and wooden sleds. Adorable. There is a planter coming up for $100 though. This one's only $90, but you get 3 very large birch logs and you get some magnolia branches. Fun. And I think that is kind of like a quilted look on the planter. Here we go. Here's the $100 planter. It's stunning. Look at that. The container's beautiful. Those ornaments are super fancy. Very nice. And you get a lot of goodies popping out of there. $100. Behold. Their winterberry bunches were $20. Of course, you have to watch where you put these because, you know, if the birds can find them, they're going to eat them, and you just spent $20 on some twigs. Yeah, ask me how I know. And there's 2 different groups. I think they're almost identical. These are $20 for a pack of 3 birch logs, and then this one seems very similar for $2 more. So just as an FYI, check which kind of area you're looking at. I think they're identical. Can't go wrong with red twig dogwood branches. Love them. I already have quite the collection that I reuse every year. And then their ornaments. I have to say that this price is not that bad. $20 for 48 ornaments, and I use these shatter resistant ornaments in my outdoor containers. So that concludes the shopping for today. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe got some inspirations. Let me know if you had any favorites. I'll see you next time.